Good morning, Mr. Marmars. Good morning, Wazzy and Hagee. Joey D's, Derek. HB all day. Good morning. HB, I'm loving that video situation you guys got going. I'm really proud of you guys. Great work. So you know what, Nerdy? This is the same coat that I brought with me. But my sister's a laundry magician. It had blood right here. And she was able to get it out. She said, give me your coat. Let me see what I can do with it. Because I have more at home. I was going to wait till next week to get my coat back on. And she said, let me see what I can do with it. And I swear, there's not a trace of... You need her if you commit a crime and you left some DNA behind. Yeah. Reach out to my sister and she'll help get rid of the DNA. Shh. Secret weapon. Yeah. So I got my jacket back. I feel better when I have my jacket on for our mornings. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Anthony and Derek and HB. Well, who else is in here this morning? Was. Jesus Christ, in Australia is here. Calgon secret. I haven't heard the word Calgon in forever, Was. You're hilarious. Sue Little. So yeah, I'm fresh, baby. Fresh. Yeah, it feels better, right? Nerd's like, Pops, you're supposed to wear your jacket. You've been doing it for 4 years. So I still have one more week here. I've been grateful to be able to spend so much time with my sister and brother-in-law. And then, well, I might as well talk about it now. There's 30 people here. Only 13 of you decided you actually liked being here this morning. But the rest of you will figure it out. Okay? Oh, what are you guys doing? How come you haven't pressed the like button? Remember, the newbies, the people that are relatively new, that the like button, the way YouTube's algorithm works, is whenever you do a live video, the more people that like the live video, the more they'll randomly send our live feed to people that are on YouTube for the day. And I know that some of you know this to be true because feed, and all of a sudden it popped up on your YouTube. And you looked at it and go, what the heck is this? And you decided, hey, I kind of like it and I'm going to stick around. Well, that's how we found you. We found you by YouTube sending you a random video. And the only reason they sent you that random video was because the like percentage was very high on the video. So that is the only reason we ask, is because you then become the instrument of broadcasting. It's pretty cool. It's because of you and a little thumbs up that a lot more people get an opportunity to check us out. So hit that like button if you feel like this feed should hit more people. That's basically what the like is. As a matter of fact, this weekend, I got a notice from YouTube on my account trying to seduce me into monetizing. How come you're not, they basically want us to get involved with them, and then they start sending us money because of the amount of subscribers we have and the interactivity of our channel. I want you guys to know it's very rare out there for people to reach over 90% likes on their live feeds. It doesn't happen that much. People go on the live feeds, they watch it, and our analytics here, over 95% by the end of today, or the end of our stream today, over 95% of the viewers will have hit the like button. That's pretty darn impressive. I have nothing to do with that. That's you guys hitting the live button. And because of that, YouTube thinks we're superstars, which we are. But we refuse to monetize. I was telling my sister this weekend, and her brother-in-law, and they're both business people. Like, well, why don't you? And because I don't want to pervert the message. Money perverts the message. Okay? Matthew Kershaw. Listen, we're not gonna delete you, but what we just did was we just removed that message. One of my moderators. It's not really appropriate to this channel. We love you and we hope you stick around. Don't take it personal. We practice not taking things personal, but we don't talk about stuff like that. It's kind of immature. You'll find out that we're here for mature reasons and for us to all mature each other. Okay, bro? So love you, but inappropriate comments or comments that just aren't tending to good and generosity, we'll delete, but we're not deleting you. Okay? Unless you're consistently like that and you're some kind of a weirdo troller. So stick in there. Just be aware that when you come on a show that you've never seen before or rarely, we have a tolerance for goodness and kindness, but not inappropriateness. Gotcha, bro. Jesse here this morning. Good morning. Good morning. So gosh darn it. Yesterday, beautiful, beautiful day. I had planned on meeting Hagerbump here, lives 65 miles from my sister's house. So coming down here, we had made plans. We were going to go see Hagues on Saturday. I was. And the Antietam battlefield from the Civil War is within about 10 miles of his house. So I was, hey, Hagues, why don't I come on over? We'll hang out and we'll go over to the battlefield and do the tour of the battlefield. I've never been there. I'm a historian. I love history. And I've been to a few battlefields, Gettysburg and others, but I had never been to Antietam. So I was really curious. And I know he lives close by. So, 1992, I am excited for nursing school. I'm excited for you. Nurses are beautiful people. I couldn't be a nurse. I can't stand blood. Oh, blood creeps me out. But we nurse people along here. We do that. And we probably have a good 5 or 6 people, regular viewers every morning that are nurses. So, welcome. I'm excited for you to go too. Stevie, England. I am a therapist. One of the reasons I'm wearing my jacket this morning is this channel has a lot to do with therapy. Okay, we spread goodness, kindness, generosity, and we therapize each other. So when you see it, I'm not a chef, even though I love to cook. Yeah, Jesse, too much empathy, huh? You're one of those empaths. I get it. Headbuster, I like how he breaks it down. We laugh, we love, and we learn. Those are our 3. What happens is we laugh a lot, we love even more, and we learn as much as we possibly can. Okay? So, Stevie, thank you for being here. But the jacket, I wear it in my lab. I grow mushrooms, and I wear it in my lab for uh, for cleanliness purposes, but then I also wear it here on the show to sort of represent um, the purity of what we try to do. Does that make sense? Give me 5 people that makes sense to. So I reached out and we had planned to get together with Hagee on Saturday. And I asked my brother-in-law and sister who I'm staying with this week if they were interested in coming. Okay? Okay, Mr. Marmars, glad to see you here this morning. And I asked my brother-in-law and sister, do they want to go? And they're, yeah, we'd like to go with you. So then Friday, I'm looking at the weather report, and it was going to be raining all day Saturday. So I reached out to Flexible Hager Bump, and I said, do you think we can move it to Sunday? And we both said, yeah, let's move it to Sunday. So yesterday, I had the pleasure of heading over to Haig's house and picking him up. And pain, I have it all over my body when I see someone get hurt. Yeah. Penny! You guys, Penny's here. Pen, we miss you just as much. So, hey, you can't believe how much they thought of you. They just adored you, like I do. So we headed over yesterday. We met Higgs at his house. I want you guys to know it's a beautiful place, a big acre lot. I was impressed. Let me put it to you that way. And we picked up Hagee, did the tour of the Antietam battlefield, which just brings you back to your senses. It's just almost like you feel the ghost still there, and the pain, all the death and destruction, the blood that was shed between brothers on the north side and brothers on the south side. We got a good dose of history, but we were also able to see some beautiful scenery. The tour, you download the app, and then you drive around in your car and you stop at different sections, and they tell you over your phone what happened at that area on the battlefield. So we went to school yesterday. We all went to history class yesterday, out in nature. And it was, but within the confines of your own car, so it was pretty comfortable. It was phenomenal tour. And then his wife, Mom's Munchies, who some of you know, she was a gorgeous lady and a gorgeous soul. She was over at the local community college, and they were having a craft show. And he goes, Pops, I got to be back to the craft show between 3 and 3:30 to help them load back up because the show's going to be over. So we had the opportunity to go follow him over there and go in and see Moms for the first time in a couple of years. And she knows I cherish her. I love that lady. What I like about her, you guys, is she gives Higgs to us. She says, Higgs, I like the group, and I think it does. There you are. We're already at 100% on likes. Look at you guys. We're this close to 100% on the likes. Okay? So, Mom's Munchies, I'm going to tell you it was funny when Higgs first started hanging around with us. She was like a little skeptical. She goes, what's this outfit that you're hanging around with? And then after meeting a few people in person, and I'll tell you, she told me personally, she goes, I see a difference in my husband. I see it. I watch growth. I see him. And it makes a difference in our relationship, which is, don't make me cry this morning. Basically, we got her approval of having Haig's here as often as he can make it when he isn't on the road working. And what a sweet, sweet lady. So I was able to go see her yesterday. And then on top of it, meet Hager's mom. Well, I'm thinking Haig's mom has got to look like, she's got to be an oldie but a moldy. And he said, no, my mom's 79, but she helps other people. She can't sit still. She's 79 and she goes out and she helps people get places and do things. I'm thinking to myself, well, that's interesting. And the mom was at the craft show. The mom was the one making the crafts. Speaking of which, hold on. Let me show you guys something. Hold on. Get back. Get back. I hadn't planned this, but let's do it. Uh-oh, where is it? Wait a minute. Oh, heck. Come here, Ruffy. Come. Come on. Good boy. So his mom is a crafty lady, Crafty McCrafterton, and she's at the craft show. She has her own booth, and she's offering her creations. And it was a huge craft show. They had taken over the whole gymnasium at the local community college, and they were just starting to load up. But we had the opportunity, my sister and myself, to look at some of her creations, and we oh my God, is she creative? The woman looks, I'm not even joking, she looks 59 years old, maybe 55. 79-year-old woman, and she looks amazing. And not only does she look amazing, but she really was a sweet, nice lady. I'm not surprised. Haig's apple does not fall far from her tree. And then we had the opportunity to meet his lovely daughter. Can you guys give me 5 people that think Pop's had a lovely day with Haig's and his family yesterday? Give me 5 people that think Pops must have had a really good day. It was I love Haig's so much. I don't know, we just connected from the minute we met. And it's our love for each other has grown over the last few years. I'll never night. Give me 5 people. Give me 5 people that would like to see some of Haig's mom's creations. The 2 that we picked up. Give me 5 people. I'm not going to show you if you don't want to see. Why would I do that? I'm not going to force these things on you. But who wants to see what Haig's mom's creates and offers? She does 4 craft shows a year. Who? I need to know that you guys are interested. If you're not interested, I'll move on. We'll move on to something else here to talk about. Okay? It was the gym class under Coach Carmen. I was telling my brother and sister about how we went to school together. You guys ready? You want to see? Nippy, you're going to love it. Nippy, don't get jealous. Okay? Look at the little seahorse on the shells. These, each and every one's handmade. It's like lanterns with creations inside. So my sister picked this one up and she's going to put it in her beach house because it's very beachy. Isn't that beautiful? This one, no, hey, Nerdy doesn't light up, but Pops picked one up. I like mine. Kimberly, I like mine. Okay. My Christmas ornament. I'm going to put this out every Christmas. And this one lights up. There's a light up here in the top, and if I turn that light on, it'll shine a light down on top of Frosty. And she had 50 of these, I'd say, left at the end of the show. And I asked her, how did you do at the show? And she said they did very, very well. So what a great way, and it, you know, as a retired age, for her to have supplemental income, right? I love these. Just love. I will cherish this. I really will. Every year I'm going to put this, I might even keep it out all year, I don't know. But don't think that I'm not going to think of Higgs and his mom. These decorated lanterns. So I can guarantee you this is what we do here. We connect with each other. You know, and Higgs and I met over virtual, just like we are here. Jesus Christ, you like fat birds too? Higgs just blew my mind and my sister's mind how spry and young your mom looks. So if that's your gene pool, you're going to last till you're 100 years old. You're going to last till you're 100 years old. So yesterday was a highlight of the last few months. I haven't seen some of my really good friends here in person in quite a while because we haven't mush fested in a bit. And it just reminds me we really, really, really need to get our mush fest on next spring. We need to see each other in person. We do. It's so beautiful. I had the biggest, most beautiful hug from Higgs yesterday, and I'm still feeling it. Okay? Michael, where am I? I'm at my sister's house close to Annapolis, Maryland for the week. I'll be here for the week. But Cleanie, we definitely need a mush fest. We got to get together and hug it out and smoke it out and shout it out and love it out and give it out and everything that we do at our beautiful gatherings. So, and I'll tell you what we did. We made two people, my brother-in-law and sister, go, wow, what an amazing setup. And you guys met over a virtual thing. Because as I was driving home, they were like, boy, you guys are really connected. And I'm like, you better believe it. And it was just a day filled with good, really, this one, Higgs, I got to tell you, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for Mom. I'm now grateful for Mom Senior and your beautiful daughter. HB, a beautiful community. And it's what we do. We're here for each other. It's good, great day. So thank you for that. And anyone else, let's find ways to get together. It's beautiful to see each other here in the morning virtually and through comments, but it's even better to get a big fat hug in person. Penny, have a beautiful day. I'm so glad you were here this morning. Okay. Michael, good morning. I see Michael. Uh, Good news. I have good news. I have good news, good news, good news. Wazzy is going to co-host with us on Wednesday. Give me 5 people that want to see Waz on Wednesday co-host. Wazzy is going to be the co-host this Wednesday. At around 9:30, we'll have him on IG video chat. And Wazzy's going to take over and run the show this coming Wednesday. Is that a good deal, or wait a minute? Give me 5 people. I only see 1 so far. Wazzy. Now, I don't know if he's going to be in his bathroom anywhere near the green curtain that he has in his bathroom, but we're going to see Wazzy this coming. If any of you haven't met Waz, you're going to see him on Wednesday. It's going to be beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so that sets everything. Wazzy will JCBB, which is a Jesus Christ bong break, we used to call it, but he'll have a bong load, I'm sure, way before. Greenie, you're right, he's Fabio with his hair. Gorgeous hair, that guy. Okay? He's such a sweetheart. So Wazzy the Superstar will be shining here on Wednesday. Okay? Let's get with it. I have a couple of quick life hacks, and then we're going to do a couple of readings. Okay? Waz, you are kind of a Fabio. As a matter of fact, the last time I was at the grocery store. You know how they sometimes the grocery store will have the book section for the paperback books. And there's always romance novels in there. I don't know how, but they had your picture on the cover of a couple of the romance novels. I don't know. Did they pay you? Did you get a royalty on that? I mean, it's none of my business, but I feel like, did you get compensated for that? Because they had your picture on, it was at least 2 of the books. I was like, whoa. That's Wazzy on there. Okay. Fabio Waz. Okay. It's like, what the? I never knew that he modeled for these romance novel covers. Yep, hair flowing back and all standing there, and some nice looking girl on his arm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Feeling depressed? Out of here. Feeling depressed? Drink water. You may be chronically dehydrated. How do you like that? Sometimes you're actually chronically dehydrated. You're not getting enough water. Drink more water. Okay? 5 simple weight loss tips. All of us, especially after Thanksgiving, are going to put on a pound or 2. I know I plan on putting on about 5 pounds of turkey and stuffing. That's my plan. 5 simple weight loss tips. Drink more water. Adjust your portion sizes. Lower your sugar intake. Limit carbs to 1 time per day. And finally, and probably the most important, no fast food. I've really cut fast foods out of my diet quite a bit. I used to be what my sisters call a roadie, which means you're on the road and you drive through and you get filled up with all that fast food and you're driving away and you're eating while you're on the road. It's not a healthy way to eat fast food. Driving down here last week, we were on the road for 8 hours. I was like, well, let me grab lunch. I love Arby's. So I'm going to drive through an Arby's and get myself an Arby's sandwich. I like the original. I hadn't eaten at Arby's in 2 years. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait. This is going to be great. I haven't eaten fast food in quite a while. Arby's has the meat. I'm going to get myself an Arby's sandwich. So I'm excited. I pull over at a parking spot. I'm going to eat the sandwich before I get back on the road. And Lynette, I love to come to Boston. I have three family members in Boston. I need to get up there. Kimberly, it was a disappointment. Fast food disappoints. It looked nothing. It tasted nothing like it looks like when you watch a commercial. It was the driest. I don't know if the thing had been under a sun lamp inside the store. It wasn't fresh. I ate about half of the sandwich and I wrapped the rest up in a wrapper and put it back in the bag. And I was like, I can't believe they got me again. And I'm not trying to talk bad about Arby's. What a disappointment. And it reminded me, like, you know what? You could have avoided fast food and you could have packed yourself a sandwich. If you'd have just packed yourself a sandwich and eaten that on the road, you'd have been better off. Okay? I don't like Whoppers either, Zoo Boy. No. They're always, your taste buds are mine. My taste buds think they're going to be better than they are. And they're like, that was a disappointment. And the fries. I mean, I didn't get fries, but your fries are always cold. And it's just like, avoid fast food when you can. 2 more quickies on our hacks. This one's pretty interesting. Think about this. Who likes celery? Give me 5 people that like celery. I love celery. I made a vegetable soup here Friday night. Really good vegetable soup because my brother-in-law and sister are vegetarians. So I've been meat-free for the last except for the Arby's half a sandwich. I've been meat-free for a week and a half now. Okay? And especially with peanut butter paranoid. Especially. Oh yeah, I forgot to put peanut butter on it. Yes, oh my God, I want a celery stalk with Skippy on it right now. You goofy. I love celery, and I've been eating vegetables and vegetarian-ish since I've been here. We had vegetarian tacos last night. Yes, I made them. Great taco, meatless, but it was great. And I didn't think I was going to be a vegetarian. I might go home and continue this. It was, I'm not hungry at the end of one of these meals, and I'm not also missing the steak. Celery. Eating celery is technically exercise. Choop is vegetarian. You know what? My brother-in-law and sister are vegetarian. They have been for 10 years now. She started 10 years ago. And she talks about the major advantage it is to them both health-wise. So, your kids are vegetarian, Michael. I'm this close to being a vegetarian. And it's been fun because they've allowed me to cook. I love to cook. And I've been figuring out vegetarian meals. Guess what I'm making tonight? I have a cabbage. And I've been YouTube videoing how to cabbage. How do you like that? Give me 5 people that love a cabbage steak. So basically you take a cabbage and you cut it in planks. And then there's certain seasonings you can put on it. You put it in a little bit of virgin olive oil and you fry it. You fry it? You put it in a pan and cook it. And I'm making cabbage steaks for dinner. I hope I made some of you guys hungry. Okay. So we're doing they've allowed me to take over the kitchen a little bit. And I'm gonna have, stuffed cabbage too, like stuffed with rice and stuff. But we're going to have cabbage steaks. It'll be, we'll sleep in separate rooms so we don't gas each other out. Okay? Exception just had a vegetarian stay with them for the weekend. She gets it's healthy. I get it. I am gonna. Queenie's like, I'm doing venison, Pops. You eat the cabbage. Okay? Wazzy says lion's mane will do the same thing. Yeah, we're gonna have cabbage steak tonight. Eating celery is technically exercise. Technically. What? What are you talking about? I'm just eating celery. No, you're actually exercising when you eat celery. Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? When you eat celery, you burn more calories digesting it than you consume. Meaning celery doesn't have a lot of calories in it. It's not the most quote-unquote nutritious. Fill yourself up on celery instead of going to the gym this morning. Okay? You're exercising. Free food, Higgs calls it. I think that's pretty cool. You know, nature's amazing, the different foods that she has, the different plants that she has. Nature's a beautiful thing. Okay? Now, Mark Z, I have not heard from Michael Allen myself. Want to lose weight? One more thing about losing weight. Don't eat anything 4 hours before you go to bed. I'm going to go to bed at 10. I stop eating before 6 p.m. Don't eat anything 4 hours before you go to bed. And it really makes a huge difference. So, no midnight noshing for you. Are you guys having a good morning this morning? Are you guys having a good morning this morning? Is anybody excited to see Waz this coming on Wednesday? Huh? Anthony's going crappie fishing. Good luck with dropping your lines. Anybody having a good morning this morning here? Isn't it beautiful to meet each other and see each other here? I think it is. I'm going to have the opportunity today to meet with somebody in person that's, I hope we can start counseling them into recovery. They're pretty active in their negative lifestyle, and it's a family member. And I hope we can bring some of the positivity from T and from me as an example and share my shame and see if we can start somebody on a path to healing and recovery today, later this afternoon. I'm looking forward to this. There's people in your life that you can mentor and you can help along. Reach out to them and be an example through what you do and the path that you're on. If you're in recovery, it helps to foster and mentor other people towards recovery. Be an example, and it keeps the onus on you to not be a hypocrite. But if you're mentoring somebody to recovery, it helps you stay in recovery. Okay? So I like that, Captain Obvious. Good morning too, sweetie. 1 day is more than 0. 1 hour, 1 minute is more than 0. So, Jesse Girl, tell your story a lot. I love that. And for me, what it does is it keeps me off of, I don't want to be a hypocrite. So if I'm going to sit in front of people and or a person, I want to be sober. And I want to use myself. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Yeah. So give away your sobriety and you'll keep it. Did you hear what I just said? If you give away your sobriety, it helps you keep it. I don't see marijuana as an issue. I'm speaking more of drugs and alcohol. Marijuana, and again for me, as we research it and we share it here, psilocybin mushrooms, I don't consider a drug. I consider psilocybin as a medicine, taken in moderation and appropriate timing. Okay, Captain Obvious, alcohol never should get a pass. It's one of the most deadly because we can walk down to the store and get ourselves a bottle. I've never understood how alcohol gets a pass either, and it's deadly. The person that I'm going to be hanging out with today is just about at the bottom. So share your sobriety, give it away, and it helps you keep it. I'm going to read a couple of things here to you this morning. Okay? Alcohol is literally poison. It poisons every one of our organs, and it poisons our life. And too much alcohol, have a beer or two here or there, that's fine. Have a shot with a pal a couple times a year, that's not alcoholism. Hags, I do too. That's my prayer. I've prayed it last night before going to bed and preparing myself today. It's an awesome, solemn responsibility, especially if you have people in your family that are hurting. And I think a lot of us do. Reach out to them. Thank you, Mushmouth. Reach out to them and share your sobriety. You know what I would suggest you do too? Share tea with Pops. There's nothing here other than a way to heal a wellness class. Or a wellness class here. Somebody asked me yesterday, what do you do for a living? And I'm retired, but I do have a wellness group that I attend. That's what I called us. Somebody that I didn't have time to explain tea with Pops. But I did say, and I didn't even and I lead, because I don't. I'm just involved. We're a wellness class. We go to the wellness gym every day. Billy D, if you're out there, Hags gave me 2 boxes to take home. One of them's for you. And thank you, Lynette. Billy D, you're going to have a big old batch of capsules coming at you from Hags. Also, I'm going to be sending it off to you in the mail today. And then Hags, and he said, I made all of these for the tea group. So, I'm going to give away a pack of 25 microdose capsules and an 1/8 of supplemental supplements. The supplements are coming from my grow house. The capsules are coming from Haig's Capsule Factory. I'm going to give away a package today of 25 caps and an 1/8 of supplemental supplements today to the first person on my screen to guess the number between 1 and 50 that is in my brain right now. Go. You can give me up to 3 numbers on a line at one time. 1 through 50. Go. If you want Haig capsules. If you're interested in getting a package of capsules from the Hagster and a little bit of supplementals from Popster, Kimberly Bolden, 29 was the number. Kimberly Bolden, 29. Kimsty. Let's do it again. I'm going to send a second package. Kill the numbers, kill the numbers, kill the numbers. I'm going to wait about a minute. Clear the screen. Kimberly the Golden Bolden. She's going to get the first package of supplemental supplements and Hagster capsules. Okay? Clear the numbers. Now, Hags made this possible. We're going to send another eighth to somebody and a package of supplement capsules from the Hagster. Let me think of a number. Let me think. Go. I have the number. I see it up here on a screen in front of me. Go. Give me 3 numbers between 1 and 50. The first person to give me the number that I'm thinking of, I'm going to send a package to, and that's Anthony Hunt. Anthony Hunt. The number was 2. Anthony. I'm glad that Anthony won. Anthony, send me your address at my email. Kim, I need you to send me it too, even though I have yours. Remember that when I get your email, it prompts me. Sometimes I forget. So I expect emails from Anthony and Kim this morning, or sometime today, hopefully. And I'll get packages off in the mail to you guys. And we're going to do 2 more packages tomorrow and 2 more packages on Wednesday. Okay? So, if you didn't win today, there's going to be more chances this week. Okay? What are you doing, Ruff? Okay. So, packaging. Anthony wants to give them to somebody else. Anthony, who do you want to give them to? Anthony, before the end of the show, figure out who. Reach out to Anthony right now, and Anthony's going to decide if he can't. Anthony, you figure it out. I'll send them to somebody. I just need their name and address. Okay? You let me know, Mr. Generous. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll be happy to send them to whoever you want me to send them to. All they have to do is send me their address and tell me Anthony gave me his package. And then Hags and I will send it to that person. Okay? Oh, Hags, right? We forgot to mention Ruffy. Ruffy had a beautiful day yesterday. He loved seeing Hags and his family and all the people at the craft show. And I mean, he's a sweet, sweet boy. And he was doing all his Ruffy charm yesterday on people. He was roughing up a show. There's got to be a better way. Scientists in Uruguay have developed a new method for measuring the potency of psilocybin mushrooms. Take a moment and think about what they just said. Scientists in Uruguay have been working on a new method for measuring the potency of a psilocybin mushroom. Who would even think that Uruguay has groups of scientists sitting around working on something like that? Just random country out of South America. You know what? The psilocybin business is catching on internationally, you guys. I want you to know. Okay? Kim, that's sweet of you to thank Hags, because this package is coming as a result of Hags. He told me, Pops, I spent the last couple of days and evenings in front of the TV making all these capsules for everybody. So as he's sitting there watching TV just as a background, he's thinking of all of you guys. and how he could gift you. And I was just, that's another reason I love eggs. Okay? I love that man. All right. Did Anthony figure out who he wants to give the package to? I want to be prepared for it. Captain, we really do. Captain, we really do have some amazing community members. Yeah. Good morning, Laura. Yeah, Hagues should be thanked. Can you imagine? I know Pops is coming into town, and I wanted him to be able to take package back and spread it and share it to the community. And then he also sending off a nice big package to Billy D, who Bill talks about how microdosing is really one of the effective medicines he can take right now. Okay? Sammy P, there has to be a whole lot of Hague love in him. Okay. Did Anthony, have you figured out who I should be looking for an email from? Who am I supposed to get an email from instead of Anthony? Let me know. Jesse's girl. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Jesse girl. Jesse girl, I'll be waiting for an email from you with your address, and we'll get that package sent off to you, doll. Okay? HP's first giveaway was from Hagues. Could you imagine that? So Jesse girl and Kim. And then later this week, tomorrow and Wednesday, we'll give away more packages. There's gotta be a better way. Scientists in Uruguay have developed a new method for measuring the potency of psilocybin mushrooms. Instead of relying on liquid chromatography, thank you, liquid chromatography, which is the current kind of accepted standard, they're using quantitative NMR spectroscopy. NMR spectroscopy. It's a technique that identifies molecules by how they respond to magnetic fields. They're going to take a piece of fruit and they're going to put it through an NMR spectroscopy, and it bombards the fruit with a magnetic field, and they're able to measure the molecule in there, the psilocybin molecule in there, and determine how potent it is or how many molecules are in it. It's a technique. Not only does this sound awesome, it's also faster, and it doesn't destroy your sample in the process. What? I want that. I want to do it. Boom. Put your fruit through the test. You're through testing, you get your results, and you still have your fruit. Give me 5 people that think that's cool as cool could be. Thank you, Uruguay. When they tested, is that cool? They're killing the game in Uruguay. Okay? It's like, science is really on our side, you guys. Science is on our side. The more we're doing, it's good. Well, that's cooler than the backside of the pillow. I turned my pillow over about halfway through the night, now that you mention it. I'm like, I want the cool side. All right? When they tested 6 cubensis strains, they saw a wide range of strengths. Total tryptamine content ranged from 0.15% to 0.46% of the dry weight, meaning that some mushrooms were 3 times stronger than others. Some mushrooms are 3 times stronger than other mushrooms. By the way, we've heard of some strains that are 50 times stronger than others. Whoa. They also found that storage conditions dramatically affected the ratio of psilocybin to psilocin, which is likely explained by moisture exposure. But enough about their proof of concept test. What matters is that as psilocybin therapy expands beyond Oregon and Colorado, producers will need reliable quality control systems. Ideally, ones that don't require sending samples off to specialized labs for days. Don't quote us on this. But the standard for making sure the therapeutic dose is actually therapeutic. So now, when we're going to use the actual mushroom, instead of synthesized in a clinical setting, but we're going to start doing surveys with the actual mushroom, we can test the actual mushroom that we're going to give you in the testing and know exactly what its psilocybin content is, so we can be equal dosing for the testing and survey purposes. Give me 5 people whose minds are getting blown. This is it, guys. We're on the way. I've got to figure this out. I want to know more. I want to know if this is something that we can do up in Michigan. And especially as a provider, I would love to be able to test and really be able to put down on paper exactly what the psilocybin content of what I'm providing is. I get goosebumps. I'm not even joking. I've been doing this for 4 years, going on 5. And I know as a provider, sometimes this mushroom isn't the same as this mushroom. I know I'm giving either one of them to you, and I know they're both effective, but one I'm getting somebody more. That's a good way to put it too, HB. Harm reduction's a part of it. Makes it easier to help others. Just more reliably. Okay? Greenie's right. That's a missing key. You know, it takes us from just being grassroots Joe to being more of a very reliable provider. Okay? I'm excited by that new technology. And I'm going to have to, honestly, we'll be looking into what the heck is it, and is this something that we can reproduce in Michigan? And science is on our side, you guys. Law says it prevents an oopsie daisy. Right? 100%. Make America transparent again. I was around a group of people this weekend who started talking about politics. I'm this and I'm that, and this guy's good and this guy's a jerk, and this guy's group were filled with opinions. And it was a lively discourse, and nobody was angry with anyone else for their opinions, but there was a lot of opinions sharing going on. And I'm on sort of listening mode, but not sharing. And I kind of became apparent, like, well, this guy hasn't told us what he thinks. And I'm listening. And I'm listening to the back and forth on this business. And somebody said, well, what do you think? But what do you think? And I told him, I said, mushrooms. What? Well, what do you think? They asked. What's your opinion? What do you think? And I answered one word. And this was in a group that very few of them knew that Pops provides plant medicine. So what do you think? Mushrooms. You should have seen the looks on the faces. You should have seen the looks on the faces. They were like, er? And I might have had two after that. They're, what are you? I go, mushrooms are my politics. Providing healing and wellness to people through psilocybin mushrooms. What's that? I said, tune into Tea with Pops. That was it. I didn't get up on a soapbox. I didn't go much further. I'm sure a couple of them drove away going, weirdo, and I hope so. My answer literally was a one-word answer, and there was no, this is my, you're right, I'm wrong, you're wrong, I'm right, you're wrong, which was going on between them. A couple of people getting a little bit more anxious, and I was just, I'm sitting here, I'm listening, but my answer is mushrooms. I was sort of proud of myself for that one. Give me 5 people that are like, Pops, that was a good one. I need 5 people to affirm me right now. Okay? And I didn't even volunteer until I was asked. That was my answer. Right? We should have, instead of a Democrat or a Republican, we should have a mushroom party. Okay? We should be the 3rd party in America. Okay? I was all proud of myself. I came out of nowhere. I was like, you know what? That's my answer. And a couple of people cornered me later and goes, what were you talking about? So I got a chance to talk a little bit. Make America transparent again. Top Trump administration officials gathered in D.C. last week for a secretive Make America Healthy Again summit. And wouldn't you know, psychedelics were on the agenda. Vice President Vance, HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, and FDA Commissioner Marty McCarty all attended, though the event was closed to the media. The psychedelic chatter revolved around a fireside chat between Atai Beckley founder Christian Angermeyer and Matt Zorn, who's an HHS attorney and the administration's unofficial psychedelic czar. The title of the conversation, Psychedelic Medicine, the Next Frontier in Mental Health. Can you imagine our vice president is sitting around talking about this now? Along with Robert Kennedy and the leading attorney for the HHS. It seems to signal how seriously this administration is taking the issue, especially after Kennedy said in June that HHS is hoping to provide legal psychedelic therapy to veterans within 12 months. Speaking of RFK, journalist Olivia Newsy's new memoir alleges that despite claiming to be sober for decades, he told her he still smokes DMT. Whether you see his choices as authentic, lived experience or hypocrisy probably depends on where you already stood on Kennedy. Either way, the guy apparently practices what he preaches. You guys, not only is science on the way, but politics are on the way. The grassroots. Because of groups like this and others around that are showing the politicians this is what we care about. These are the things that we care about. Get your head in the game. Good stuff. I don't have time this morning for Brene Brown's readings, but we'll get to it tomorrow. I just wanted to remind people, get together. Life Higgs and I had the lovely opportunity this morning, or yesterday. Get together with your friends when you can and give them the biggest hugs you can. You don't know if you have tomorrow to hug. If you have family members or anyone else that you're living around and they're hurting, share your healing. It'll help keep you sober. Share your sobriety and you'll keep it. Give it away and you'll keep it. It's the most amazing tenet in spiritual philosophy. What we give away, we actually keep. I cannot give something away that I don't have. I cannot give away sobriety if I don't have it. So here we are, giving it away. Zoo City Boy, I think you're taking it the wrong way. You're hitting it on the negative side. Okay? You're hitting it on the negative side. And I would say to you, take personal accountability of whatever you were doing that caused you to be incarcerated. You're accountable to. Okay? All right. There you go. And you got to be real careful. You got to be super careful. And I'm glad to hear that you say that. We need to take accountability and not point fingers at other people and say, well, I did it and they didn't. And that is so far beyond the pale of what we care about. What we care about is spreading the correct messages. So I know you get that. Yeah. Some of my sister and brother-in-law, are you a little scared that you're gonna be? And I said, I do quite a bit to mitigate the chances of me getting in trouble. If I was living in North Carolina or Tennessee or something, I wouldn't have the privilege of being able to do what I do today. I wouldn't have that privilege. I'd have to find another way until it's safe and sound and sane before I could spread or be a provider or a grower. I'd have to watch myself. And if I ended up incarcerated, I would be responsible because I was making those choices and I was the one taking those risks. Okay? So that's a message to not just Zoo, but to all of us. Be careful what you do and the choices that you make, because ultimately you bear the consequences. And that doesn't mean that something couldn't happen towards me, but we really mitigate that. You know? There you go, Zoo. And that's it. Go stop there. And then don't worry about what vice presidents and other people are saying or doing. If they're hypocritical, that's on them. Okay? There you go, Waz. I agree with that. I had a probation officer. He told me, break one law at a time. If I have a headlight out, don't be riding dirty. That's right. Break one law at a time, and you're going to be a lot safer. I like that. I like that a lot. Pops, break one law at a time. And again, I'm blessed that Calico, be mindful. I'm absolutely blessed, and I mean that I live in an area that is decriminalized. They don't pay attention unless, I mean, you literally have to be a scofflaw. I have to be pretty aggressive. And it's another reason, let me tell you, that I don't monetize. I'm not saying that I don't get donations for what I do, but that's just enough to keep my operation going. I'm not a profit maker. I totally believe that if I pursued providing for profit reasons, I'm opening up the door for a lot of consequences. Spiritually, I think the universe keeps people protected that are not profiteers in the psilocybin region. I completely and 100% believe that, and of course I'm acting on that. My brother-in-law and sister, well, but why couldn't you monetize YouTube? Couldn't you make more money? Couldn't you sell it for more? I mean, other people charging more, but they're business people. They're making money. Their job is to make money. I make money somewhere else. My job with psilocybin is to hopefully break even, but if I don't, that's okay. If I end up not making money and it's costing me, that's okay. My job is to provide, not to make money. And it's protecting. Money will taint, and money will, when you involve money in psilocybin, I have never seen it be a positive. One of these days we will. One of these days, maybe. Not me, but one of these days. So be careful of what you're doing things for and what the reasons are, is really what I have to say. And that's another one. You're right, Derek. Cash causes envy. And now you're exposing yourself to people who want to rat you out. You're exposing yourself to people who aren't happy with what you're doing, and and money's involved, and all of a sudden you're bringing in nefarious characters. Am I making sense to anybody? Give me 5 people that I'm making sense to. I'm trying to talk around the subject a little bit, but give me 5 people that understand what I'm talking about. Aaron, the haterade is everywhere. So be so above hate that people are like, how could you even hate a guy like that? How can you hate someone? And then I know this. I was telling my sister, give me a chance. Say the worst case scenario happened. Give me a chance to explain myself to a jury. I have a feeling that and 100 letters from you guys, we'll be doing okay. I believe that. I was like, this guy's a little bit different. He shouldn't even be here. Get him out of here. Let him go. Vision, that's what I believe. Okay? You guys, I got somebody watching it rough for me. Be very careful while you do things. That's another reason. Do not profit. Don't make it a profit-centered situation. There's many, many, many other ways on our planet Earth to make money. Here's one. I asked her, did you have a good show? She goes, yeah, I really did well. Supplemental income and use your creativity. And in the meantime, keep psilocybin sacred. Keep psilocybin sacred. We're done for today. Time went by so darn fast. So fast. I can't wait to see Waz on Wednesday. I had a great, great time yesterday seeing one of my really, truly good friends. And today I get an opportunity to share and be an example. You guys have those opportunities every day. Take advantage of them. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of hurting people out there. Let's be there for them. Huh? What do you guys think? Let's be there for them. 4 things. The 4 agreements. The ones that I'm living by. The ones I practice. I'm not perfect at any of them, but I'm better at them today than I was just a week ago, let alone 4 years ago, because I practice. I'm practicing. I'm working out on these. Be impeccable with your word. The things that you say should be kind-based, generous-based, good-based, honest-based. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't take advantage. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Be impeccable with your word and your actions. Number 2, don't take things personal. Politics is all about personal. I'm right, they're wrong. Other things we take personal. Take my little bit of admonition personally. I watched that man sit here, right here in front of us all, and say, I'm accountable. That means you're not taking things personal. That was good. Don't take things personally. Number 3, don't make assumptions or have expectations. They're just resentments waiting to hatch. The minute I make an assumption or I have an expectation. I don't have an expectation how my family member's going to receive me today. I just know what my heart's going to have to say. How it's received, I don't have an expectation. If I did, it would pervert my message already up front. Finally, do your best today. I don't even know if I have tomorrow. And yesterday, it's too late to do my best. So it's over. I went to sleep last night. Yesterday is gone. It can direct me today. And it can say, you know what, you didn't do your best, or you did do your best. Do it again. But do your best today. Those are my 4 agreements. The ones I practice. I love you guys. Thank you from the bottom, deepest bottom of my heart. I had a harvest all this weekend of goodness and kindness, because that's what we try to put forward, and it's what we receive back. Does that make sense? I certainly hope so. Okay? What do you think, Ruffy? Let me see. Ruff? Good boy. Love you too, Zoo. All righty. Let me scroll you guys out of here. Start your week with kindness. Kim said, and that's what we're going to do. Jody's and Milky, milk for a snack. Daniel's here. Good morning. Jesus Christ in Australia. Mike Butterball. Don and Marky Z. Sammy P. Mr. Marmars. Mike Butterball. Don and Lynette. Lynette's into the agreements. Mike and Derek and HB. Do your best. Aaron. Mr. Marmar's nerdy, loving us all. Super Profundo. Mellow. There's my mellow girl. Mr. Marmars and Mr. Phillips and Jesus Christ and Hi-Hoo. Good morning, Hi-Hoo. And Kimberly and Daniel and Mars, Donnie Z and Mark, Mr. Marmars, Joe D's, HB, Pharmacy Runner, Jesus Christ in Australia, Mellow, Calico, Meow Kitty. Right, Calico. Zuzu and Kim and Daniel Martinez sending out positivity. I love it, Daniel. HB and Niffer and Lynette and Joe and Mr. Marmars and Pidgey Page. Michael's here. Jesus and Mr. Phillips. That's what we're going to do. Ruffy and I are going for a ride as soon as we hang up. Cyber, there's my Jolie girl. Anthony, Hunt, thank you for your generosity this morning. That was very, very kind of you, sir. Shroomy, the Digster. Shroomy, Lynette, and Mr. Marmars, and Nippy, and Suzu, and Pidgey Page. And Exception's going to make a wonderful day for herself. Hags and I were snapping it up yesterday. I got to tell ya, Cleany and Mellow, and Nerdy, and Joe, and Sue Little. Waz, it's going to be Waz Wednesday coming up. Sammy P. Classic, there she is, she's classic. Laura, have a divine day. Mr. Marmars, Emily, and Daniel. Marky Z. Bubble, he's my Kello. Derek Anderson, Sir D, all day, and Exception. Pops, peace, love, goodness, kindness, and sharing. Give it away because you already have it. See you guys tomorrow. Pops out.